Hi everyone, I'm Jezra and I wanted to start by thanking you for watching my PK. If you only remember one detail of this presentation, I hope it is that students with emotional or behavioral disorders are children first, and they need your skill, support, and compassion. IDEA legislation uses the umbrella term emotional disturbance to describe a broad range of psychological, emotional, behavioral, or psychiatric conditions which can be expressed with both externalizing and internalizing tendencies. The term emotional disturbance has pejorative connotations and has been replaced by many in the field with the term emotional or behavioral disorders because it offers greater utility, is more representative of the students it describes, and is less stigmatizing. In 2013, public schools served 384,000 students with EBD. Children identified in the EBD category of special education are arguably only a small fraction of those who actually need school intervention, and as such probably represent the most impaired of all children with EBD. Emotional and behavioral disorders encompass a wide range of conditions and may arise from biological and environmental factors, including trauma, abuse, or neglect. It is important to learn about the student's specific disorder and history and be aware of their triggers. Characteristics of children with EBD can include hyperactivity, aggression, self-harm, withdrawal, immaturity, disordered eating, non-compliance, and learning difficulties. In some cases, children may exhibit distorted thinking, excessive anxiety, bizarre motor acts, and abnormal mood swings. IDEA does not include services for children whose singular disability is social maladjustment. Some states have legislated for the inclusion of social maladjustment in their special education policies. However, New York State does not extend special education services to students with social maladjustment. Social cooperation has been found to have a direct influence on grades. Students who do not exhibit social cooperation skills might end up with lower grades not only directly as a result of the behaviors they exhibit, but also indirectly because of less than ideal learning environments that result from their behavior. The behavior of students with EBD is often upsetting to those around them, including family, peers, and teachers. A pervasive pattern of antisocial behavior early in a child's development is the single best predictor for emotional or behavioral disorders later in life. Students with emotional or behavioral disorders are often perceived differently than other students with disabilities due to the social stigma surrounding mental illness. Unfortunately, these students are often blamed for their behavior rather than having it regarded as a manifestation of their disability. Research shows that children who exhibit internalized behaviors, such as withdrawal, fears, or speech impairments, often grow out of them. This is not true for students with externalizing behaviors who display consistent patterns of aggressive, coercive, antisocial, or delinquent behavior. Children who enter adolescence with a history of aggressive behavior have a higher incidence of dropping out of school, being arrested, abusing drugs and alcohol, having marginalized adult lives, and dying young. 58% of students with emotional and behavioral disorders are arrested within 5 years of leaving high school. Compared to students with EBD in high-income schools, students with EBD in low-income schools receive less counseling, social skills training, speech therapy, and occupational therapy. These students tend to be served in sequestered classrooms and also receive more behavioral resource services. Targeted early intervention in elementary and middle school combined with multi-year efforts could help ensure that by the time they enter high school, students with EBD demonstrate the social skills needed to get along with teachers and peers, which will influence how much they enjoy school and how likely they are to do well academically. Collaborative small group work allows for peer-mediated interventions whereby other students instruct, guide, and provide corrective support. These peer-based strategies are effective in a variety of subject areas and grade levels, regardless of the student's respective roles, and provide opportunities for social interaction and communication skills practice. The cover, copy, and compare technique has been shown to be an effective tool for increasing academics in math, spelling, and social studies for students with EBD. CCC is a time-efficient strategy that allows for frequent and brief instruction periods, multiple assessments, and immediate corrective feedback. Enhanced anchored instruction is a technique which integrates basic skills practice with more complex levels of thinking, where students learn curriculum concepts under practical circumstances. Students are systematically guided through the necessary steps to solve a problem and work in cooperative groups on an applied task. Differentiated instruction for students with emotional or behavioral disorders can be facilitated by chunking assignments, offering choice of modality, and providing access to technology such as calculators, word processors, audiobooks, and speech-to-text software. Social skills interventions can be built into the management structure of regular classrooms or the home environment. Interventions should fit the unique needs of each student, and educators should remember that skill development and behavior change take time. Children with EBD have often experienced rejection by peers and adults and difficulties in relationships, and this has got to come with a certain amount of emotional pain. So my question is, what can we do as educators to reach out to a student when we see them struggling with this?